What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 67 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I'm your host, Liam Gavin, coming to you live from my dining room table, and I just want to wrap up the Week 1 action all throughout the NFL. Such great games, so much drama, so much epicness. I'm glad football's back. Let's get into it. Thursday Night Football, we got the Bucs beating the Cowboys 31-29. Tom Brady, 379 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Antonio Brown looking like him Steelers self with 5 catches, $121, and a touchdown. Chris Godwin having himself a game, 9 catches, 105, and a touchdown. Gronk looking like his Patriots self with 8 catches, 90 yards, and 2 touchdowns. It's safe to say Dak is back, 403 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Amari Cooper, 13 catches for $139 and 2 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb, 7 receptions, 104 yards, and a touchdown. You know, my thoughts on the game, the reigning Super Bowl champs proved why they were the Super Bowl champs. TB12, he's the GOAT, man. Tom Brady looks too fantastic, had too much time on the clock to get them that game-winning field goal. Cowboys offense outside the run game was pretty solid. Cowboys defense got shredded at times, but, you know, they forced 4 turnovers. And I think they'll get better as the season progresses. Next is the Sunday game. Seahawks beating up the Colts 28-16. Russell Wilson, 254, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Tyler Lockett, 4 catches, 100 yards, and 2 scores. DK Metcalf, 4 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Chris Carson had 91 yards rushing. Carson Wentz in his Colts debut, 251 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, but did fumble the ball. And Zach Pascal had 4 catches for 43 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, their running back, had 116 yards total. Wilson's looking like himself. He looks like a top 3 quarterback as always. It's always fun watching him and Lockett as a duo. Wentz didn't do that horrible outside the fumble, but he still has a lot of time to get used to the new offense. Next is the Texans stomping out the Jaguars 37-21. Rookie quarterback Trevor Lawrence, he had 332 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Tyrod Taylor, 291, 2 touchdowns, 40 rushing yards, no interceptions. Brandon Cooks, 5 catches for 132 yards. He quietly had a good game. Both Trevor Lawrence and his coach Urban Meyer got their welcome to the NFL moment on Sunday. Trevor Lawrence threw for 51 times, which is completely unacceptable for a rookie quarterback making his first start ever in the NFL. And Tyrod Taylor looked sharp in his debut for the Texans. Tyrod Taylor's been one of those guys that's bounced around from team to team, but when he gets the opportunity to start, he plays really well. Next is the Eagles beating up on the Falcons 32-6. Jalen Hurts, 264, 3 touchdowns, 62 rushing yards, no interceptions. Tight end Dallas Goedert caught a touchdown. Wide receiver Jalen Reagor caught a touchdown, and rookie wide receiver Devontae Smith also caught a touchdown. As for Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan, he threw for $164, no interceptions, and no touchdowns. Calvin Ridley was his best offensive weapon that day, 5 catches for 51 yards. I can't stand the Eagles. No, even though they beat a horrific team, you know, they still got the win. Jalen Hurts had a great game. Falcons looked awful all around on offense and defense. It's safe to say Matt Ryan's best years are behind him. They should look to get a new quarterback. Next is the Chargers beating the Washington football team 20-16. Justin Herbert, 337 passing yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Keenan Allen, 9 catches up for 100 yards. Mike Williams, 8 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown. Taylor Heineke came in to replace the injured Ryan Fitzpatrick, threw for 122 yards, a touchdown, and no interceptions. Running back Antonio Gibson had 90 yards and a fumble, and Terry McLaurin was their best receiver on the day, 4 catches for 62 yards. Herbert did really well versus a solid defense. He did throw a pick and a fumble, which I don't really think was a fumble because his arm was coming forward, but I'm not an NFL ref, so what do I know? Next is the Steelers beating the Bills 23-16. Ben Roethlisberger, $188, 1 touchdown, no interception, and that touchdown catch was to Deontay Johnson. Josh Allen, 270 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions, but did fumble the ball. And Stephon Diggs was his favorite target for 9 catches for 69 yards. You know, I thought this game would have been higher scoring, but it was more of a defensive battle. You know, the Bills were up 10-0 at halftime, and the Steelers had 23 points, all 23 points scored in the second half, and which 17 came in the fourth. Next is the Niners beating the Lions 41-33. Jimmy G threw for 314, a touchdown, no interceptions, but did fumble the ball. Trey Lance, the rookie quarterback, came in for a play and threw a 5-yard touchdown pass. Rookie running back Eli Mitchell, 104 yards rushing, a touchdown. Deebo Samuel, monster game, 9 catches, 189 and a touchdown. Jared Goff in his Lions debut, 338 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick 6. TJ Hockenson had 8 catches for 97 yards and a touchdown. The Lions were down three scores most of the game, but tried to come back, and it just didn't work out. The Lions' defense looks god-awful. The Niners look real scary when healthy. Sure, it was against the Lions, but they handled business and dropped 41 on them. Next was the Bengals winning a thriller in overtime versus the Vikings, 27-24. Joe Burrow, 261. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Joe Mixon had a rushing touchdown to go with 127 yards. Jamar Chase, the rookie, had 5 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown. Kirk Cousins for the Minnesota Vikings, 351 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Dalvin Cook had 61 yards rushing, a touchdown, but did fumble the ball at a costly time in the game. Adam Thielen had 9 catches, 92 yards, and 2 scores. Joe Burrow looked fantastic after his ACL injury last year. And rookie Jamar Chase, he shut up all the critics because he was dropping a lot of passes in the preseason, but stepped up when it actually mattered. Next is the Panthers beating the Jets 19-14. Sam Darnold in his Panthers debut threw for 279 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions, but did fumble the ball. Christian McCaffrey had 98 yards rushing, 9 catches for 89 yards. DJ Moore had 6 catches for 80 yards. Robbie Anderson, 1 catch, 57 yards, which went for a touchdown. Rookie quarterback Zach Wilson threw for 258 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Corey Davis was his best weapon, 5 catches, 97 yards, 2 scores. Darnold did solid in his Panthers debut. Him and Robbie Anderson got their revenge versus their former team, the Jets. As for the Jets, their O-line looked absolutely atrocious. Zach Wilson got beat up all game back there. He was sacked 6 times. Didn't have fun. Next is the Cardinals stomping out the Titans, 38-13. Kyler Murray, 289 yards passing, 4 touchdowns passing, a rushing touchdown, and an interception. DeAndre Hopkins, 6 touchdowns, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian Kirk, 5 receptions, 70 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Ryan Tannehill threw for 212 yards, a touchdown, a rushing touchdown, but did fumble the ball twice and threw an interception. A.J. Brown had 4 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Kyler Murray looked fantastic against the Titans. He completely torched their defense, and the Cardinals' defense played phenomenal, too. They had 6 sacks and an interception, 5 sacks, which came from Chandler Jones, and they shut down Derrick Henry and Julio Jones. Next was the Chiefs winning a thriller 33-29 against the Browns. Patrick Mahomes, 337 yards, 3 touchdowns, rushing touchdown, no interceptions. Tyreek Hill, 11 catches, $197 and a touchdown. Travis Kelce, 6 catches, 76 yards, 2 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, 321 yards, no touchdowns and an interception. Nick Chubb had 83 yards, 2 touchdowns, but also fumbled the ball. Kareem Hunt and Jarvis Landry also had a rushing touchdown. The Chiefs are still amazing and proving why they're the best team in the AFC and possibly the best team in the league. And outside of the interception, Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield looked pretty good. He doesn't usually throw over 300 yards, but this time he did. And the Browns running backs, they're no joke. Their offense is legit. Their defense wasn't the best, but then again, they did play one of the best offenses in the league. Next is the Dolphins beating the Patriots 17-16. Tua Tagovailoa, 202 yards passing, passing touchdown, rushing touchdown, and interception. Rookie receiver Jalen Waddle looked good, 4 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Rookie quarterback Mac Jones for the Patriots looked good, 281 yards passing, a touchdown, no interception. Damian Harris had 101 yards rushing. Nelson Aguilar, 5 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. I don't know if I'm sold on Tua in Miami, but something I am really sold on is the Dolphins defense. They played really good in the red zone, and they looked really fierce out there. Rookie quarterback Mac Jones looked good out there in his rookie debut, too, for the Patriots. Next is the Broncos bullying the Giants 27-13. Teddy Bridgewater in his Broncos debut threw for 264, 2 scores, no interceptions. Melvin Gordon, 101 rushing yards and a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 6 catches, 72 yards, but left the game with a leg injury. Daniel Jones for the Giants, 267 passing, a rushing and passing touchdown, but did fumble the ball. Sterling Shepard, 7 catches, 113 and a touchdown. Bridgewater and the Broncos offense did their job. It's great to see Teddy out there balling. He's been through a lot in his career. And Daniel Jones just isn't the answer at quarterback. If I'm the Giants, I'm looking to sign Cam Newton or another veteran. And how about the Saints stomping out the Packers 38-3? Jameis Winston did his thing, 148 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Alvin Kamara had 83 rushing yards and a receiving touchdown. Aaron Rodgers got beat up. He had only threw 133 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and Devontae Adams was his best receiver that day. 5 catches for 56 yards. Winston smoked the Packers. A lot of people talk trash about Winston this offseason about being the starter, but he let his haters hear it this Sunday, That LASIK eye surgery plus Sean Payton was the best thing for his career. Aaron Rodgers, he cried a lot this offseason, and he really shouldn't have because, to me, that's karma right there. Next is the Rams beating up the Bears 34-14. Matt Stafford, 321 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interception. He hit his receiver, Cooper Kupp, 7 catches, 108, and a touchdown. Andy Dalton for the Bears, 206 yards, no touchdowns, an interception, and a fumble. Justin Fields, the rookie, was put on the field for a play. He rushed for a touchdown, and David Montgomery had 108 rushing yards plus a touchdown. Stafford balled out in his Rams debut like we expected. We all knew he just needed to change the scenery, and LA was the best place for him. And the Bears' offense wasn't good at all. If I'm the Bears, I'm looking forward to start Justin Fields and ditch Andy Dalton. The final game was the Monday Night Football game. The Raiders beating the Ravens 33-27 in OT. Derek Carr, 435 yards passing, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Josh Jacobs, 34 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Darren Waller, 10 catches, 105 yards and a touchdown. Lamar Jackson threw for 235 yards passing, a passing touchdown, 86 yards rushing, no interceptions, but did fumble twice. Rookie running back Tyson Williams had 65 yards rushing and a rushing TD. Marquise Brown, their receiver, had 6 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown. My thoughts is that this was one of the craziest and weirdest games I've watched. Definitely the best game of the week. Carr was up and down all throughout the game, but he was really clutch in overtime. And Lamar, his only flaws were those 2 fumbles. He didn't really look that bad passing the ball. This loss wasn't really Lamar's fault. So that wraps up week 1 of the NFL season. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me break this down and give the results. I appreciate you all for watching. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Much peace and love, and have a wonderful day.